Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 11 races on a bumper card at Ascot. We're expecting a sunny day, 36 degrees Celsius. The track to be a good 4 and the rally will be at 7 metres. Race number 1 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 12:58. It is the Tabtouch Better Your Bet Maiden over the 1,000 metres. In replay, let's go to the 400 metre trial at Belmont of Indian Pacific.
And Space Girl got away nicely. Scottish Flyer began well as well. And wide out in the track, joining in is OB. Also there is Indian Pacific travelling really well. And then came Arian Lass coming down the outside. Well back in the field is at the head of the others, Tango Nita. And they're followed by Foxhood, but doing it well, Indian Pacific over Arian Lass. And Indian Pacific beat Arian Lass, and third in was OB.
Indian Pacific would be an appropriate winner in Perth given the name of the train. He's a $110,000 yearling purchase, making his debut off a couple of trial wins, one in February and we saw the recent one in December. Both of those have been over the 400 metres here. Gate number 1, Brad Parnham rode him in the second of the trials. He gets the ride on Wednesday and I think the newcomer can make his presence felt. Goes on top from number 12, another newcomer in Mogul Magic. This one was bought for $70,000 at the sales. She's had 4 trials. She won the most recent of those under Ben Patterson. William Pike rides on Wednesday. Lugnabit goes on, as does the tongue tie from gate number 6. Number 3 is Protected Action. Has finished off quite well on each of his last 2 starts behind Amelia Bedelia and Little Miss Pro. Looked probably the best of the race brigade. And then number 9, Rock the Planet, beat all bar the very, very smart Time to Sizzle last week. Was beaten by 4.5 lengths, but no shame in that. Time to Sizzle ran the 6th fastest time over the 1,000 metres at Ascot this season. Top selection in race number 1 is number 5, Indian Pacific, to beat 12 Mogul Magic, 3 Protected Action and 9 Rock the Planet. Race number 2 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 1:33. It is the Amelia Park Handicap over 1,100 metres in replay. We're going to go to Belmont and the run of Noble Reflection in June.
Is back on the inside. In the straight they run, and Gotamata has raced up and taken the lead, but here's Noble Reflection. The Miller Train Galloper has raced up and then come right back, and further back Miss Nobel. Gotamata joined by Cosmic Reflection on the outside. Noble Reflection. Noble Reflection takes the lead from Gotamata. Noble Reflection in front of Gotamata, and Noble Reflection beat Gotamata. Third in
Noble Reflection was well supported to make a winning debut back in June, and he warmed up for his return with a trial victory in what was a fairly fast time. Only just beat Dance Master, but remember Noble Reflection is a 3-year-old against a much older horse and did it in 59.31 seconds. Good trial, good win back in June. Goes on top here with Chloe Azzopardi claiming 2. Number 5, Overthrown's the second pick here. Was held up under Chris Parnham last time out and now reunites with William Pike, who did ride her in the trials last year. Number 1 is Cheval de Vega in those famous colours of the Daly family. Has put in 2 stinkers either side of breaking his maiden at June. Broke his maiden at Northern, has finished stone motherless on his last start, but that was on a soft 7, willing to forgive that. And then number 6, Altiani, was less than 3 lengths off Cup Night in last season's Raconteur Stakes. That reads quite well. That race was very slowly run, so it is a little bit questionable, and that's why Altani only goes in for 4th. Top selection in race number 2 is number 3, Noble Reflection, to beat 5 Overthrown, 1 Cheval de Vega and 6 Altani. Race number 3 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 2:07. It is the Ascend Sales Trophies Handicap over 1,400 metres. In replay, we're going to look at a 1,400 metre race, the Sir Ernest Lestier Classic on Kingston Town Classic Day, and the run of 3 E's.
Dropped off Laver Rod for the moment, but he hasn't really asked him the big question. War Saint, he is coming back to them quickly now, joined by Massimo. Laver Rod, it's Massimo at the 150, ranging up, grab the lead from War Saint. Laver Rod, here's the filly, Santa Brianna down the outside. Santa Brianna went to Massimo. It's the filly. Santa Brianna was too good to win.
I think this handicap is a very good opportunity for 3 E's to make it 2 wins from 5 starts. Finished 5th in the Sir Ernest Lestier Classic over the 1,400 metres. Was only beaten 3.5 lengths by Santa Brianna, and that form stands out like a sore thumb amongst this bunch of gallopers. Goes on top from number 1, Significant Hero. Certainly is on one of mine, this horse. He blew like a wind in the betting for a graduation race last time out. Got out to $7.50, was beaten 3.5 lengths by Zenays. Was ridden quite close to the speed by William Pike as well. That's normally not a good sign. Number 6 is Bifunja, that beat the stablemate Neat Action in an Ascot Maiden earlier this month. This is harder, it would have to say, but did justify favouritism that day and was well supported. And number 2, Sun Power, responded well to the application of a pulling bit in winning and made it at Pinjarra last time out with Jason Brown in the saddle. They've elected to claim here with Chloe Azzopardi riding the horse for the first time. Top selection in race number 3 is number 3, 3 Ease, to beat 1 Significant Hero, 6 Bifunja and 2 Sun Power. Race number 4 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 2:39. It's the Devil's Lair Handicap over 1,800 metres in replay. Let's have a look at the run of Admiration Street last time out.
Ranga straightened for the judge at the 300. Here comes Depara down the outside. Safety Bay between those and Advocator praying with God behind them. Depara reaches the lead though when they hit the 150. It's Depara bursting clear down the outside. Advocator and Admiration Street, but Depara draws away from them to win easily. Depara scored from Admiration Street.
Admiration Street steps up from the 1,400 metres to the 1,800 metres on Wednesday. She posted the fastest closing 200 and 400 metres of the replay race. That was in this grade last time out. Does draw a little bit sticky here, but the sectional suggests that Admiration Street will appreciate the step up to 1,800 metres and therefore she goes on top. From number 11, Praying with God, who finished just 1/4 of a length behind Admiration Street on her last stride. Has also drawn a little bit sticky here, gate number 9, but I'm trusting that form line and the way those two horses finished off. Number 1's an intriguing runner. That's the Cat Ratcher, really lightly raced 8-year-old gelding who's working into his preparation. Has had 3 starts this campaign, will be 4th up on Wednesday. Just a 1 win from 14, but an 8-year-old bay gelding who's just had the 14 starts. Another lightly raced older horse is number 4, Bruny Island. Has had 5 runs. He's 7 years of age. He was a little bit disappointing, it has to be said, in an Ascot Maiden a fortnight ago. That was over the 1,600 metres. He steps up to 1,800 metres here and he's got a good gate, just the same as the Cat Ratcher, one of the 2 inside gates. Top selection in race number 4 is number 7, Admiration Street, with 11, Playing with God, 1, the Cat Ratcher and 4, Bruny Island. Race number 5 at Ascot on Wednesday will jump at 3:19. It's the Glenroy Chaff Handicap over 1,200 metres in replay. We're going back to a Saturday race and the run of City Circle.
Of all, this will test you. Pike sitting there as quiet as a church mouse at the 200 mark. Just gives it a little more rain. It quickly put 5 lengths between it and City Circle. Then Zenays down the outside. But as they come inside the 50, this is as easy as you'll see. This will test you has won in a canter by about 6 or 7.
Well, City Circle won the Saturday race within a Saturday race. That was the race on the 7th of December. This will test you won by 6 3/4 lengths in what was an outstanding first run in town. City Circle beat everybody else in that race. Now drops in grade down to a Class 3 handicap for the fillies and the mares. I think City Circle, if that run hasn't taken too much out of her, with a claim here for Chloe Azzopardi taken over from Stephen Parnham, will take quite a bit of beating. Goes on top from number 9, Keeper's Tale. Is unplaced this campaign for Keith Mifflin, but she has run well behind the likes of Tuscan Queen and Supreme Force, both of whom would be very short odds for a race such as this. Number 1 is Fairview, resumes off her trial win after contesting much higher grades last season. Before she went for a break, she was in a 64 plus, and then also before that 2 graduation races as well, behind the likes of Cryptic Love, Essential Spice and Little Fish. And then number 3, Missing Pro, reverts to midweek class in which she placed 2nd last month. That was behind Q-Bowl and wasn't beaten too far, and then was 5th in a graduation race behind Zenays. Top selection in race number 5 is number 6, City Circle, to beat 9, Keeper's Tale, 1, Fairview and 3, Missing Pro.